So this brings me to our last question. So I want to talk about practical tips.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to break this into two sections. So practical tips for developing and then practical tips for maintaining. Because I think the development maybe is a little bit easier than the maintenance section. Because I can take my niece to Dreamworld and we've developed a connection and we have a great time. But that might happen once every 2 years.
Yes.
And then it's like, oh, we don't have a relationship for those 2 years. So I want to talk about developing and maintaining just to be very well rounded in what we're talking about today. So
Great.
Hit us with some tips, Dr. Robi.
Well, on the development side, around the family table is one of the best planning, strategizing. It's like the war council.
Okay. Yeah, I love it.
Everyone submits to one another.
Yeah.
You've got the colonel, the captain, the general, the sergeant, the infantry, everyone's sitting around. So it's the table, the dining room table is not just a feeding station.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity for development. And as we discuss what are our core values, let's pick some. So in our family, for example, we've got 5. Honor, we honor one another, irrespective of whether or not that person is being honorable. Because we don't honor them because they're honorable, we honor them because we are honorable. It's our identity that we're developing. Generosity, we are not doing generosity because generosity is not an activity, it's an identity. This is who we are, once again. Excellence. We apply great effort in everything that we do. It's not just the outcome that we're interested in, but rather the motivation and the effort that we apply in everything that we do.
Okay.
Gratitude is our 4th one,
Yeah.
that we can be thankful in all things, not just some things. And the last one is attitude. Attitude is actually the root word for gratitude. They share similar properties there. But we recognize that it's the hinge on the door. It's the most important part of the door because the door swings on the hinge and it can open the door to your destiny, depending on the attitude that you have.
Yeah.
So wherever we are, if I'm away or if I'm at home, every night before we go to bed, we'll always drill with our kids.
That's fantastic.
So what are our family core values? Honor, gratitude, attitude, generosity, whatever it might be. They're just going to spit them off in no particular order. But then every now and again, we'll stop them and say, gratitude, that's a big word for a 4-year-old. What does that actually mean? And our 4-year-old can absolutely deliver these core values, but it takes training. So we're not correcting, we're building. We're intentional on helping this individual to be the best person that they can be. But if they let themselves down, if in other words they do something naughty, it will be because they've let themselves down in one of their 5 family core values. And that's when we want to bring correction to help them become even better. So one of the maintaining ways in which we do this is that if our child is in trouble for whatever reason, we'll ask them at the end of their time out, so which one of our family core values did you let yourself down on? They have to identify why, how, articulate it, and then go one step further. So what are you going to do to make up for it? Or what would you do differently next time to uphold our superhero power so that we can leap over buildings and accomplish things that otherwise would seem impossible? But at the end, they're required to say something very special, which is not sorry. They are required to make my all-time favorite statement in the universe. And most mums and dads will probably want to throw up and think it's too, kitschy, it's too sickly sweet. But I'm telling you, you get your 4-year-old to say it, and it's a revolution in the home. And the statement is, I'm
ready.
Thank you for correcting me and helping me to be better. They're articulating now, this is why I am being corrected. It's to help me improve. It's not just because mum and dad are stressed, they're upset, I did the wrong thing, I let them down. No, we're trying to help you be the best you that you can be. So I am your cheering squad. I am the coach now, not the geography teacher or the maths teacher or the science teacher, because when you look at the different types of teachers, it's the sporting coach that seems to have a greater affinity with the students. Well, why is that? Because they believe in the students. They're encouraging the students. It's not just about the rules. Get your assignment in on time, be quiet, don't talk while the teacher's speaking, all that kind of stuff. So they don't have the same affinity with all of the other teachers unless you're able to make a heart connection. So as the coach here, they are engaging all 5 of their values towards us. Thank you for correcting me. Gratitude. They're being super generous with their words. They're being honoring in this moment. They have to say it with a good attitude, irrespective of whether or not they feel like it. And this right here is the outworking of our family core values.
Yeah.
It's excellent what
Yeah.
they're doing. It's articulating in a very positive way. These are our core values. This is why we do what we do. And this helps form and secure or shore up the bond between mum and dad and child.
Authentic relationships, fantastic. I love what you actually said about coaching then. Like the coach has the most authentic relationship with the child because they're encouraging them, and that's in a physical setting, and that's interesting. But how often do we encourage our children emotionally? How often even spiritually? Do we encourage them in these different areas of their life? Academically, sometimes you get some coaching, you get some, yeah, you got an A. But I think emotional coaching and emotional praise is also quite overlooked oftentimes because we focus more on the physical and the academic and other things in their life that look more important.
Yes.
If you see what I mean. So that's fantastic. So thank you so much, Dr. Robi. It's been amazing hearing what you have to say on building authentic relationships.
My pleasure.
And yeah, thank you so much.
Good on you.